Okay, chicos, today we're talking about a kind of new verb tense. It's really going to be a combination of things that you've learned before called el presente perfecto, or the present perfect. Now, the perfect tenses in Spanish are tenses that express things that have happened. So filling in your guided notes for Unit 6, to talk about things that have happened, use the present perfect tense. So some examples in English. I have studied Spanish for 3 years. Notice we use the helping verb have, and then the past participle that we learned recently, studied. I have eaten pizza twice this week, right? Again, we pair the helping verb have up with eaten, which is the past participle. So to form the present perfect in Spanish, you might think the helping verb was tener, but it's not. It's haber. Crazy verb, haber. And we're going to use the present tense of haber, which is a. Remember the H's are silent, right? So I don't want to hear hey, has, ha. It's has, a, hemos, habéis, han. So that's your helping verb. That's the I have, you have, he or she has, we have, they have. And you're going to pair that up with the past participle of your verb, which remember is either one of those irregulars that we talked about or your verb with the auto or ido ending that we went back over recently. So he ido would be like I have gone. Has comido, you have eaten. Ha comprado, he or she has bought or purchased. Hemos hecho, we have done, etc. So here's the deal with the present perfect, is it's not like using this word as an adjective, right? The past participle here, it becomes part of your verb phrase. So since this all together is a big old verb phrase, you always want your participle to end in O. We're not going to make this agree in gender and number, right? Because if we say, I have bought, it doesn't matter what I've bought, right? Bought is a past participle that is part of my verb phrase. So ending in O. Some examples. They have already left or gone out. Ellos ya han salido. Han salido. So we pair up our helping verb haber with our past participle, which typically ends in auto or ido. Gonna always leave it ending in O. It doesn't matter who did it or what we're talking about. Luisa has never stolen anything. Good for Luisa. Luisa nunca ha robado nada. So again, we pair up our helping verb haber with our past participle robado. We leave it ending in O because it doesn't matter what we're talking about. This is all one big happy verb phrase. Okay, so when you're using pronouns with these, we frequently talk about where to put pronouns, like a lo or a may, or a little word like that. They always come before the conjugated form of haber. So you cannot attach to comprado or salido or anything like that. So examples. Alberto te ha comprado el billete. That's has Alberto bought you the ticket. We'll put the te before the conjugated form of haber. Sí, me lo ha comprado. Yes, he bought it for me, right? Remember the first one refers to the person, second one refers to the object, but they both come before the conjugated form of haber. Take a look at this little picture over here, el perro y el gatito. It says el gato, no lo he visto. What does that mean? The cat? I haven't seen him, right? The lo comes before the a. One tiny little note that you might want to make off to the side. So there's a kind of a funny accent thing that happens when you have participles that have lots of vowels happening. So these are ones that we've seen before where the stem ends in a vowel, like trier, we drop the ER, see how the stem ends in a vowel. Oyer, if we drop the IR, stem ends in a vowel. Layer, same thing. So just because there's so many vowels in there, we want to keep our pronunciation like separate syllables. Then we're going to add a little accent on the I of some of these. So don't be alarmed if you see that. I don't think you'll encounter it too much, but traído, oído, leído have accents. For some reason, there's this one exception, which is construido, maybe because it has more syllables already, but it does not carry the accent on the I. So maybe just make yourself a note of these three off to the side. So some practice examples. How would you answer these questions? ¿Por cuánto tiempo has estudiado español? So that's like, how long have you studied Spanish? Like, number of years. ¿Por cuánto tiempo has estudiado español? So you want to respond with he estudiado español por, and then your period of time. Por 5 años, or por 2 años, or whatever. Number 2, ¿cuál es la mejor película que has visto? What is the best movie that you have seen? And you would respond, probably repeating part of your question again. La mejor película que he visto es, the best movie that I have seen is, or the best movie that I have seen was, I guess you could use fue in there too if you wanted to, and whatever it was. And then, ¿quién es el mejor o la mejor maestra que has tenido? Who is the best teacher that you have had? So you might respond with la mejor maestra que he tenido es, and whoever it is. But of course it's Senora McNeely. La mejor maestra que he tenido. A little quote to finish off your notes here. ¿Quién nunca ha cometido un error? Nunca ha probado algo nuevo. I think Albert Einstein said that. It means he who has never cometido un error, made a mistake, has never probar algo nuevo, is like to try something new. So if you've never made a mistake, you've never tried something new. Move on to the practice with the present perfect, and then there's a little discussion forum.